Hey everybody, good afternoon. It's JJ, ramblings about comics and stuff in the heart or near the end of day one, San Diego Comic-Con 2023. So yeah, as you can see, plenty of crowds on the opening day, and you can see the aisle markers. So I am standing right about in the center of the exhibit hall, aisle 2800, which historically has been roughly the dividing line between the comics retailers and vendors, which are down there, and then the comics publishers, who I'm standing by right now. In fact, one of these publishers, IDW and Top Shelf, is returning, but Dark Horse Comics is back after taking last year off. So that's kind of cool to see in a show that again is a lot about comics more than movies and television, considering the ongoing writers and actors strike. So this point is kind of the dividing line, like I say. Comics type stuff to my left, and as I look down here, you get more of the toy manufacturers. Well, Viz is a comics publisher, but you'll see Lego, and as I continue to pan around here, you'll see down there is Mattel. So further down this way are a lot of the movie and TV studios who, as has been said, don't have a celebrity presence here, but some have also opted not to even set up in the exhibit hall this year. Past years, there's been AMC, there's been Netflix, there's been Stars. They've all opted out of displaying at the show. What's become apparent though, Spider-Man showed up though. What's become apparent though is today being the first full day of the con, and really no non-comics programming. There's been a noticeably larger crowd on the floor rather than some 6,500 of them crowding into Hall H. And more so, a lot of the panels, the comics related panels, had a much higher attendance, probably because a lot of people looking for programming with nothing else to do decided to sit in on some comics panels. So kind of the buzz right now is that kind of the writers and actors strike have kind of brought San Diego Comic-Con back to being a comic show, which is kind of cool. But you know, there are a lot of people who did come here to see the celebrities. You know, one thing I can observe is the DC panels. I covered two DC panels earlier today for CBR. One was the Gotham City panel, where DC announced some of their new Batman-related titles coming up, as well as Spotlight on Jim Lee panel. Jim Lee is the publisher and chief creative officer, I guess, of the company, and that's an annual panel where Jim Lee just comes out and does several live sketches that he ends up giving away to the crowd, and just shoots the stuff about whatever. So engages fans, some one-on-one questions. He talked about AI. He talked about why he typically doesn't do sketches for free anymore. He talked about DC's flagship characters and how and why people identify with them. It was interesting, but what I'm getting at is it was hard to get into some of these panels. There were lines of people waiting to get in, and probably not everyone got to get in. So it's been a cool but different vibe, more comic centric, like the Comic Cons of the 90s and early 2000s and the pre-All H days. Maybe what I'll do, let's take a walk. The crowd has thinned out from this morning. In the morning, you see a lot of people trying to get here early to get all their exclusives and get in the signing lines and everything. But here's a little closer look at Dark Horse Comics booth. In fact, they've got some cool looking statues in here.
Well, one of my favorites is the Fallout. This is there. Fallout.
Dune. Too cool.
Travel is the picture.
Check this out, Last of Us fans. Man, those fungus zombies give me nightmares.
Sorry, I just feel like I just killed a number of my
All right, let's just take a quick little walk down the other way. You know, one of the publishers that actually has returned also is DC Comics. Speaking of them, and but they're actually set up in CW's old booth, which is back in the corner, and we'll cover that maybe on Sunday when I do a walkthrough through the show. Silent Bob. How you doing, Bob? Right on. So yeah, come Sunday, I'll do a walk down this aisle, all the way down this aisle,
I don't even like
and we'll see what else is going on over the weekend. So anyway, that's it for now, gang. JJ, ramblings about comics and stuff. Gonna walk around, check some of this stuff out, and I'll come back on tomorrow. And I think, you know what I'll do tomorrow? Speaking of Comic-Con being about comics again, I'll go do a video from the comics retailers area and show where Comic-Con kind of had its origins, old comics. So that's it for now, gang. JJ, ramblings about comics and stuff, signing out. See everyone tomorrow.